my thoughts on Venom 4 and what could be. And as you saw from the intro, I'm testing out a new microphone today. Yeah. This is sort of the test to see if you can hear me without it, because I can't push any closer. So, might have to redo this one if you can't hear me. So, I am going to just share my thoughts on what Venom 4 might entail. First off, let's start with the fact that they say that Flash Thompson is kind of in the movie. Does that surprise me? No. Do I think it's going to be any more than the Professor Xavier ending scene where he transfers his consciousness into the man? It was the first ending credit scene, and they've never done anything with it. So, still waiting on that. If they do something with the Flash Thompson thing in Venom 3, in Venom 4, that would sort of sort of leave the door open for Agent Venom, which they've always been trying to sell. Which, with the Chasm books, the Chasm Curse of Cain books, the ones where, Ben Reilly and Kane Parker, the clones of Peter, work together. It kind of feels like they want to do what they did to the Eternals to Spider-Man, which means we don't own them outright quite yet, so we gotta shove them aside and pretend like the whole universe isn't connected. That's just my feeling. So Sony's probably gonna do a old story, but with like new characters sprinkled in. I can't see them doing like Savage Avengers, where it's a whole team of characters and one they'll have to get the license for. No, they're never gonna do that. So what they do with Agent Venom, I'm not quite sure, because if you're like me, I picked Agent Venom up in like the tie-ins. So I'm not talking about the recent Venom event, which I have. My sister picked up for me. Well, she picked up a tie-in. I was kind of trying to avoid it, to tell you the truth. But to quote somebody in The Godfather, once I think I'm out, they draw me back in. Yeah. forget who said that. I forget if it's even the right movie. But, yeah, you can't avoid things in the comic realm. You eventually bump into them. Yeah. But getting back to what I was saying, because I could go on about how the Venom event is like a non-event. I'd like to say that they're gonna kill off all the symbiotes, and all they're doing with Black Widow. I mean, there seems to be so much similarity regarding the Inhumans and what they're doing with Venom now. Like, they want to make it work, but like I want to say the Venom event is going to be like the death of the Inhumans, where they kill off all the symbiotes. But I haven't read it. I can't say. But what I can say, based on being a Spider-Man fan for years, someone who stops in occasionally just to check on his old friend Spidey after that whole unmasking debacle, and no one clearly told Stan Lee. And occasionally I find something cool, like anti-Venom. Do I think they're going to do anti-Venom? I hope so, but like I told my cousin, I feel that anti-Venom is beyond our technology. We don't have the technology to do that at this current time. I mean, he's cool, but just, no. You can't do anti-Venom. You can do Rorschach, you can do Dr. Manhattan, but you can't do anti-Venom. Because they turned Venom into like a hulking big... No. Just, no. Do I think, for example, that they're going to do, like, the casino thing? Or, like, Kindred? No. Probably not. Kraven, they'll be lucky if they bring in Kraven's daughter. Kraven's daughter is right up there with Quentin Beck's daughter. I totally think that Spider-Man needs to have a continuing, like, character base, but not enough people know about Kraven's daughter and how she tried to avenge him. It's interesting to see that they're trying to build on Kraven, but I don't think that there's enough story there to say, oh, I think they're gonna have to sprinkle in, it's gonna get crazy. like they're gonna explain why there's 2 rhinos, or just, it's gonna get pretty comic booky. It's not, I mean, I doubt that they're gonna bring in Kane, his clone, because you have to explain that, okay, Kane has 2, I mean, Peter has 2 clones, Kane and Ben, and they both look like Peter, only one's good, one's evil at any given time. Currently, Ben's the evil one, but back in the 90s, Kane was the evil one. And now, they're kind of working together. He's dating a chick called Hallows Eve. He has a whole history that the comics never... And then you have to explain that. You have to explain why Doc Ock was a lady in the 90s. It's not because she was transgender. Totally different person. People forget about that. Yeah. Kind of like if they had done another Madam Web movie. I don't know what they would have done. I honestly don't know. Because they couldn't say Peter Parker. Or at least that's the rumor. They couldn't use Spider-Man in any way. I mean, what would you do with Madam Web if you're not going to use the spider vampires? Where are you going? I seen the movie. It was okay. But yeah, Venom was way better. Venom, it felt like they knew they were placed in the car, set to go to McDonald's, not just driving erratically. If that makes any sense. Madam Web was just driving for the hell of it. So, my prediction is that there is probably going to be no Madam Web in Venom. There's probably going to be no more Lun. People are saying that Morbius didn't make money again. People don't seem to agree with that online. There seems to be some kind of argument. But I'm not here to get into that. If Morbius did make money, I still can't see them putting him in Venom. I can't see there being a fight between Venom and... I mean... I honestly don't know what they do to tie in the Sonyverse. Maybe they'll get Michael Keaton. I don't know. Shriek might be the villain in Venom 4. She looked kinda evil. I think Eddie's perfectly fine. Yeah. No body, no death. I tried to explain that to my non-comic book reading cousin. And how I thought it was going to pick up in Spider-Man. Being that Spider-Man is going to have something to do with the multiverse. Because he's going to appear in Secret Wars first, I think. Because Secret Wars was a big event, and they want to test the waters with Venom. They're throwing their rod out there. And they're probably trying to figure out, should we take our toy back? Or should we keep Sony making money with it? Yeah. So, My prediction is he's probably going to show up in Secret War. There's probably going to be no Ben Reilly. This is just simple stuff that I've noticed. That if you know it's gonna be. I wish I would have kept track of these. I hope it recorded. Till next time.